Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up today, and we're going to get you out to the beach, the pool, having a great time tonight. Tomorrow night, we have our Bon Voyage party at 7 o'clock, Forward Edge. We're going to throw a party for you at 6 with music and food and drink, and then a huge dinner for everyone at 7, so make sure you don't eat milk tomorrow for as long as you can. And then, so all kinds of cool stuff. And then the final thing is do not forget to go to the front desk and schedule your COVID test, right? Anybody want to go home to your family? Some of you are like, oh, I forgot. All the sanguines. Honey, did we do that yet? No? We have not done it yet. Yeah, there you go. I'm talking to the Goves. Now, my kids are responsible. Have you done it yet? See? She said yes. Alyssa, wave at people. Well, that's Alyssa. Megan over there, wave. Dylan and Christina in the back. Wave, Dylan and Christina. And my dad's in the room. Elvis is in the room. Jim Gove right there. There he is. My dad. He said I'd never amount to nothing. There you go, Dad. No, I'm just kidding. He's like, you could do it, son. You're awesome. I was one of the fortunate ones who had a dad who hugged me, loved me, and said I was special. I'm very special. My mom, too. I really hit the lottery. I truly did. And then where's my wife, Kathy? Give Kathy. I heard she spoke this morning at the women's thing. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to go fast. You're going to have to listen fast. It's December 29th. It's 11:33 p.m. It's 1999. It's Baghdad. Baghdad, Iraq. December 29th, 1933. A little boy is born into this world during, a war-torn nation. And this little boy grows up on concrete. That is his bed. They don't have mattresses. He literally grows up sleeping on concrete until he's about 7 years old. Then his whole family leaves and comes to the United States. It's now 2005, 2006. They land in a really sweet town in Iowa, right? No, they land in New York City with $100 in their pocket, wintertime. And they get jobs as dishwashers, cooks, whatever they had to do to survive, man, hawking corn dogs, whatever you talk about. And then from there, they just scrimp, save, and they realize they need to get out of New York. And in 2012, they go to an affordable city, San Jose, California. Silicon Valley. And then there they wash dishes, they cook, they struggle, they strive. And in 2016, 17, maybe 16, they open a car lot. They start selling used cars. Theirs. They had 4 cars. This is just a few years ago. And it was after 6 months, nobody was buying their cars. And so that little boy that was born in 1999, 1999, 11:33 p.m. at night, December 29th, who grew up stepping over bodies on his way to school. He was young, and he was able to see what was happening on the internet, and he copied the other car lots, and he started running ads on the internet. People showed up and bought all the cars. And his name is Abbas. And they go, Abbas, this is amazing. You're saving the family. This is just a few years ago. And he's like 17 years old. And he starts running these ads, and they start selling more and more cars. And their family's now thriving in San Jose. But Abbas, about 3 or 4 years ago, he's now 19 years old. He gets a credit card in the mail. The credit card's got a $5,000 limit. He's trying to figure out what he's going to do for his life. Will $5,000 put you through college? So he does the next best thing. He sees that you can become a real estate agent without any prior knowledge. And these online courses, so he takes that credit card, he pays for his studying, and he gets his real estate license at 18. Then Abbas hits the phones, calls hundreds and hundreds, thousands of people in San Jose. And after half a year, has zero luck. He actually called over 4,000 people. And then he goes, I'm gonna hire someone from Philippines. So he hires some of the Philippines. Now they call 4,000, he calls 4,000. And then he gets 2 headsets and a Mojo dialer. He's calling, and then somebody responded. Just sheer numbers and willpower and the desire to make it. And I think from that point on, the next 12 months, he sold 12 homes. Didn't light the world on fire, but San Jose, the commissions are okay. I think he made like $340,000 once he kind of got through the suffering. And the next year, a few more. His third year, which was last year, he made $1.7 million. He's 23 years old. He bought 60 places. And I think he was in contract for another 250. This year, he's going to buy 1,000 doors. And he's an amazing human being who just persevered beyond all. I mean, everybody counted him as out, his family, everything. And a boss is in the room today. A boss, I don't know where you are, but stand up, man. I just want to recognize you. In the back, there's a boss. You are a boss, 1999. America loves the underdog story, man. Here comes Seabiscuit. Right? Remember that movie? And he's talking to just because the horse is old and a little banged up doesn't mean and it's kind of the trainer in this. And we love the phoenix rising from the ashes. Realize the moment you're in, man. You're a part of a movement. This has never happened before in your life. But like I said a few days ago, the biggest enemy is the inner me. It's what you're saying to yourself. You're still doing it. Well, look at, Chuck Keller with the cool shoes. And look at, Glenn, stand up. That is an awesome shirt. Give Glenn a hand today. I couldn't get a shirt like that. And then, of course, you saw our Canadian friends. He's here to pump you up. He could bench press 400 pounds, I'm positive. He's working on himself, and he's a stud and all this stuff. And here's the deal. Just be authentically you. Do you think the speakers are being them? Can you be you? So quit doing what I did in golf when I couldn't putt for a while. My putter is fuego. I am on fire with the putter. But here was me. I'm 5 feet away. I'm going to miss. Some of you are doing that in real estate right now. You do it on your listing presentations. You do it on your buyer presentations. I'm going to show some of the model explain again. They're not going to get in. This works for other people. It does not work for me. The enemy is the inner me. It's what you're saying to yourself. You got to say, I got this, baby. I got this. Simon, I got this. I got this. You got to figure it out. It is you. You are the solution. You are the problem. Anybody believe that? Is it me? Am I holding you back? Am I the one doing it? It must be Gene. Must be Glenn. Is it the state broker in your state holding you back? Come on, be a victim. Tell me who's holding you back. I want you to be a victim. Do it, man. Oh, no. See, this isn't a capital risk. It's all ego. Your ego is keeping you broke-o. Okay? You got to be like, I was on we rented a yacht. I've never done it before. 160-foot yacht. It was my birthday. It was a splurge, okay? We're on top of the yacht. We climbed ropes and got on top of the yacht where you're not supposed to be. The captain said it was cool. One at a time. And you look over the edge, and it's 50 feet down to the water. It's a big yacht, 160-footer. And people are jumping off. And I lean over, and I'm like, oh, man. And everyone's so encouraging. So, you could do it, Brent. You could do it. I lean over again. Oh, man. Because I'm like, hell no, I'm not jumping. Hell no. I'm flipping. Oh, man, I'm flipping. And I'm like, there go 3, 2, and I made peace. I made peace with landing on my back. From 50 feet. I made peace with landing on my face. I made peace with it, man. You need to make peace with it. You know what happened? I landed on my feet. Thank you, Jesus. I nailed it, man. No splash. I could have won a gold medal. But I was okay with face planting. Always have been, always will be. I don't want to fail, but I'm willing to fail to learn and grow. That's how you learn and grow. But you, again, this is an ego risk. You know Mako because you know Colo. Right? Seneca noticed it thousands of years ago, that Greek philosopher. Is he Greek? Roman? I don't know. Seneca. We'll make him Italian. That's sexy. The Italian philosopher, Seneca. What he said this, he says, it is not because things are difficult that you do not try. It's because you do not try that things are difficult. Whoa! This is like not new. People laying around in Rome years ago, man, going, oh, it sucks out there. Sucks being a Roman. Give me some more grapes. And then the doggone Vikings come in and give them some hell because they were hungry. Are you hungry for change, not more stuff? Are you hungry to make a difference? Are you living a life of quiet desperation? Are you going to die with your music in you? Or do you have a song to sing? I mean, sing your song. That's what I do. I don't care. Just sing it. Do people love authenticity? Oh my gosh, they eat it up. So be authentic. I mean, I'm tripping over stuff all the time. I've almost fallen 3 times. But you're like, oh, I got to look good. I got to look like Rick Cheehaw. I knew him before he looked that good. John McCash, he's the coolest, vibey, kind of a hipster-looking dude. I love him. I couldn't do that. So I'm me. What's that? Polo shirt, golf polo shirt. Usually shorts. I got dressed up for you guys, right? So here's the deal. August 9th, 1990. Something happened to me August 9th, 1990. It's a moment. Realize the moment you're in. Where were you doing August 9th, 1990? I was in Disneyland. I was in Anaheim, California. I'm standing on a brick ledge. Main Street, the parade comes down. I get lost from my group. I'm probably maybe this high from the ground, trying to find my group. Everybody's on the sidewalk. And you won't believe this, but I lost my balance. And I fall backwards, but like this, like a stage dive. And there's 100,000 people in the park that day, true story. And I hit a woman. You guys hear about liability? Talk about attorneys and injury lawsuits. I took her to the pavement. I'm big. Well, thank God that woman was my wife. I fell for Kathy. Right then. True story, August 9th, 1990, 1:02 p.m., I fell off that ledge. And she was walking by, yanked on me. I fell for her. And that's what happened. She's like, oh, no, I just happened to be walking by right then. So first time we ever spoke, 30 minutes, I'm like, okay, God, I got it. Anyways, all right, so September 21st, 2016, 9:31 a.m., text across my phone. Anybody get text today? Who remembers the day and the time of one little text? See, realize the moment you're in, the time you're in. Sheila Fairground, my sponsor, sent me a text. Brent, I need to talk to you. Little would I know that text would change my life. And of course, that begun my EXP journey, where I got to meet Gene and Susan. I mean, I knew Gene from earlier, but not super well. Rob and Jen Flick, didn't know them. And Elizabeth Riley and Glenn Sanford changed my life. And then December 6th, 1985, 9 p.m., it was a Friday night. I'm listening to ex-heavy metal rock and roller Daryl Mansfield share why he's a Christian. Ex-heavy metal rock and roller gives free Christian concert. And I was like, what's the meaning of life? I'm like 19. And I listened to him share his story and his testimony. And I believed in Jesus and stuff. And I'd be, you get so drunk, you're like, God save me, I'll never do it again, right? I mean, I didn't say Buddha save me, and if you're Buddha, that's fine. I didn't say Krishna or whatever. Depending upon where you are in the world, I'm American, I'm a Christian. I know the story of Jesus. He cruised in on a donkey, Palm Sunday, and he died on the cross and all that stuff. But I realized I didn't know him. So I made a decision in faith for Christ that changed my life. So that was cool. So why am I telling you that story? Because if you want to succeed and be a part of a movement and create a movement, you need to build the love boat. Write that one down. You are building the love boat. People love being around people that they feel loved and accepted and inclusive. You want to be inclusive. You want to build a culture that's inclusive. You want to grab people and say, come with us. You want to do the hot dog barbecue on a Saturday, a picnic on a Sunday, rent the beach house, Airbnb the cabin at Tahoe. Invite people to come. Write this down. Create magic moments. Tony Robbins says he's the master at creating magic moments for his family and for his friends and people in business. Part of walking across those coals, it's a magic moment, right? And my family, I went to Monday night. They took me to dinner at the Three Mermaids here in Cabo for my birthday. I'm telling you, it was the most incredible thing I've ever experienced. It was the most special. They created a magic moment for me. Especially when that sombrero hit the back of my head and the mariachi band at the end of dinner and the fireworks show in my face. Anybody have a birthday here, you know what I'm talking about. They know how to do it. So here's the deal. I want to give you a little bit of content. We'll get you out of here. So you hear about different ways to share EXP. There's the direct approach. Watch the model explained with them. I'll say it again. Watch the model. Get on a plane, drive. Rick Jiha, I drove to Walnut Creek and sat with you and Casey, and I watched the model explained, and then Casey interrogated me very sweetly. But I drove there on a Friday night Bay Area traffic. A lot of people get that wrong, so that's the direct approach. The indirect approach, invite them to local events. How to become a powerhouse listing agent, how to build a $100 million sales team, dominate your market with social media. Like, well, I don't know how to do that, and that's not happening in my market. You heard someone say sooner, Brent, how many people at your first meeting? 10, right? Start with a handful of people at your title company, invite people to come, then it goes to 20, 40, 80, 100. The people sponsor the people, write that down. The people sponsor the people. All the guests that are here, they're like, I'm in. Everybody's in, everybody's coming. It's the conversations at the pool, at the beach, or at the restaurants here. It's pretty cool. And then major events, like CABO, like Build, like shareholders, like EXPCon. Oh my gosh. Write this down. The business belongs to the promoters. The promoters. My first event, I showed up with 19 on my front line and 90 in my group. I understand promoting. You saw the image Don Yoakum had with the events, and there was a guy underneath it, and the events do the heavy lifting. Because it's where this thing takes a 12-inch drop from your head to the heart. But if you're not getting people to events, because you're not saying, look, I'll pay for half your ticket. I'll pay for half your flight. I'll pay for your flight. You get your wife, I got you. I'll pay for the room the first 2 nights. You pay for the last 4 nights. I'll invest my money. This is going to change your life. I say to people all the time, if you go, Rodney, and you don't think it's worth 10 times what you spent, I mean 10 times, I will personally write you a check back for your airline ticket and your room. Do you guys do that? I do that all the time. I have a guest here named Gabe. I paid for his room. It's $4,000. We paid for his flight. We're $1,000 a night. He's in this room. It's $5,000 to get him here. You know, Shelly and her partner, Craig, sat next to her husband, Kevin. It gets confusing. But, right? I paid for the room. It was like one night, right? This guy's going to pay for our hotel room? Invest money, but I got them. You heard Gail said she paid for 30 people to come to Dallas. Now she has over 100 in her business. Invest in your business. Look at people and say, if you don't think it's worth 10 times what you spent, no questions asked. All right? Somebody like, where do I get the money? I don't know. You figure it out. Somebody like, well, it's easy for you to. I did that when I didn't have the money. But I had children I could rent out for cheap labor. Right? I mean, you just figure it out. Sell the TV, a couch. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. A sense of urgency. A sense of urgency. That's what people lack. Write that down. A sense of urgency. What do you mean? You show someone the modelexplain.com and you go, hey, do you have 5 or 10 minutes? Because I want you to meet Pete Middleton. I want you to meet Chuck Keller. Do you have 5 or 10 minutes? I want you to meet Joey Satriano. He's amazing. Are you with me? And it's 5 or 10 minutes to meet. Do you have an hour you can schedule out? Who has an hour they can schedule out? Right? It's Starbucks. You see 7 cars in the line. You're like, hell no. You see 2 or 3? Maybe. It's empty. Go. We have no patience. Or maybe it's just me. Right? But it's 5 or 10 minutes. Of course, we'll talk 15, 20, 30 minutes. And then the next day, you want them to talk to somebody every day. They'll be like, I'll call you next week. By next week, they cool off. Time decay. Write that down. Time decay will kill you in your sponsoring process. You got to be a little ADD. You got to be a little passionate. Sense of urgency. Why did I sponsor 25 people in my first 5 months? Because I had a sense of urgency about it. And I was like, no, you can't do it today. Tomorrow, you got to have time. Morning, afternoon, like, what do you got? Well, I'm slammed already. I guess I could do something in the afternoon. Great, 6 o'clock. Well, I don't know if Dave Gagnon's free and if Tracy's free at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Book it! Because if they're busy, call Gene. Hey, look, Dave and Tracy couldn't make it, but I got Gene. Everybody calls him anyways. Right? But so here's the deal. Book it. And if someone cancels, don't you dare say, hey, Dave, sorry, my client canceled. I never did that once. I would double, triple book. If you know how they kind of, I don't think they're going to show. You ever get that gut feeling? I'd book somebody else. I'd have 2 people book for the same time. And then if they showed, I'd call everybody, hey, something's come up. We got to bump you out about 30 minutes. Okay, can we do it in 30 minutes? I was fanatical about it. But guess what? I sponsored 25 in 5 months. Now, these 25, they weren't new. They sold at least 10 homes a year, and they had to be excited about replicating and duplicating. If they were excited about production, see you later, okay? That was me. I know you hear different things in this thing. I'm just showing you what I did. Is that free? If they wanted to sell a lot of homes, my people had to want to sell less. Now, if they were making enough money, then sell more homes. But the people I talked to were successful. And I would actually say, why don't you just back off from 60 homes a year or 50 or 40 to 50, 40, or 30 and take that margin and put it into EXP. I found 25 people who wanted to replicate, duplicate, and emulate. And that's why I had unparalleled success. I mean, by the end of this year, there's a good chance I'll have 10 of my legs at 1,000 or more. Not one big leg and kind of a half leg and then a bunch of FLQAs. I mean, I'm looking for 20. We're looking, why do I need more money? No, I don't. I want to change lives. Write down this word, desperate. Some of you are not desperate enough. I guarantee you a boss was not comfortable. I also guarantee he's not slipping on concrete anymore. You do not see the opportunity that is around you. There's so much opportunity. So it's about value, value, value. And of course, we talk to them about production if they need help with that and listings, and you come from value. And we constantly invite them to events where we're teaching them about listings and social media and all that. And it's a great follow-up to them, like, wow. And at our events, we don't talk about prospecting or recruiting or rev share at all. It's all about how to get listings, how to get buyers. But I was specifically looking for that person who's like, oh my gosh, that rev share thing, that's what I want. That was my secret sauce, okay? And because of that, it exploded. So I'll say that. Finally, do not fumble. What do you mean fumble? Okay, I'm signing up. And then you send them to join.exprealty.com, and then they put somebody else's name down as sponsor because they didn't understand that part. Or they couldn't find you, so I put my sister down. I mean, I've seen this stuff happening. You go with them to that. Sheila was with me. I literally watched the modelexplain.com with Sheila. And she goes, I go, wow, this is amazing. Light bulb pop. I'm looking for that light bulb pop. And she goes, okay, are you serious about due diligence? Yeah. And she goes, okay, type this in your browser, join.exprealty.com. Now, you're not joining, but by filling out a short application, you're going to get an ICA, an independent contractors agreement, and you can read through it and do your due diligence. Does that sound good to you? Yes. How many of you show the model explained and sign them up and you're the sponsor? I remember watching it. She told me to type this in. Ready? Join.exprealty. I did that. She's okay, put your name here. And I just started filling out the form. Sponsor, that's who you put me, Sheila Fairgeron. She showed me and signed me up a $100 million team all in one shot. Was that smart of her, yes or no? You guys show them, give them guest passes to the world, let them walk all around. Like, are you kidding me? Right? Are you with me? So don't fumble. The other thing is, another key thing, the first 30, 60 days after they come, you can fumble. If they don't get paid right, fumble. If they're frustrated with their avatar, fumble. If they can't get their EXP email forwarded to their Gmail, fumble. And then they're missing important emails like, man, all hands on deck the first 30. Well, you seem pretty intense about this. Yes! We're changing lives. We're making a difference. I immediately, is my daughter back there? Christina, raise your hand. Christina, are you back there? Stand up, raise your hand. There's my daughter, Christina. Raise your hand there, I see her. She was marketing my listings 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. The second we joined EXP, I go, you no longer market listings. You are signing up people for EXP 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Because I'm not going to do it. I signed up. My business cards arrived. My avatar was built. My website was up. There's my picture. There's my phone number. There's an email. I go, man, Glenn Sanford is so good. She goes, Dad, I did all that for you. I gave Glenn credit. She goes, oh, so this doesn't happen automatically? Those 1,000 bits? She goes, tss. I did it all. And the light bulb went on. Oh my gosh, what if I had a concierge service, white glove service? We do it because you guys all love doing paperwork BS stuff, right? Setting up websites, ordering your business cards, learning how to build an avatar, all that stuff. You like that. Gmail, you get, right? No? She signed up hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people. Sophia, stand up. Sophia now is in charge of my onboarding department as well. I had to get, thank you. I had to get 2 people working 8 hours a day, 16 hours a day, 5 days a week. And then we taught and we created many more. And like, well, EXP has that. They've also gone from 80 agents to 2,200. They hire new people. I'm not taking Rodney, my new agent. Are you with EXP yet?
I'm on my way.
Give Rodney a hand. Now, come here. I love Rodney. We're very close. That wasn't a cheesy close. We're close. I actually thought he was here. So here's the deal. But I'm not going to feed him to a new onboarding person at EXP. They may do a great job, or they may not. But I knew Christina, I knew Sophia would nail it. Nordstrom's level service. You jump how high? Because I'm intense. I'm passionate. I have a sense of urgency and a desire to do it right, not fumble the ball. You will see when they get paid wrong. And they're supposed to get a certain percentage, and they get all the check. And then their team leader's like, hey, Rodney, I need you to give me a check for $8,000. You got paid too much. I'm like, I don't think so. I've seen it happen. They get paid wrong, and they don't want to pay back the $8,000. They're on a team. It was 60-40. I get by 40. And they're trying to get them to pay $8,000 to the team leader. What? They didn't do that. No, you didn't do it right. You need to be ADD about making sure they get paid right. Once the first one goes through, it's smooth sailing. You with me? And so I'm telling you, super. Words mean something. I'm begging everybody. I get introduced all the time. Hey, this is Gene. He's my downline. That is it doesn't even sound good. Does that sound good? So this is my upline. Those are network marketing buzzwords. We are a real estate company. We don't sell products, goods, and services. Nothing wrong with network marketing. Love it. I'm proud of people not watching TV and sitting around doing nothing with life. We are a real estate company. We help buyers and sellers. Please never, ever say the word downline or upline again. This is Gene. He's my business partner. This is Rodney. He's my business partner. We are all what? Business partners. It's not, they're in my cross line over here. No, this is a business partner of mine, Pete Middleton. Pete's not my business. It's my business partner, Chuck Keller. Chuck Keller's not my business. He's a business partner, because if he does well, my stock goes up. If Pete Middleton does well, my stock goes up. Matt Battiata in the back upper left-hand level there. If Matt Batty does well, my stock goes well. If I do well, what happens to your stock? It goes up. I've never seen that. All those years at RE/MAX, stars at RE/MAX did well. I was like, let's go to Taco Bell. Right? I went to Keller Williams. Remember the guy, Lance, Loken, whatever his name was? Gary's pet guy, thousands of homes. He's been doing it 3 years. I didn't mean it to sound like it did, but here's the deal. I realize how it sounds. I mean that sincerely. But here's the deal. What did it change for me financially? What did it change for you financially? If anyone kills it here, if Greece goes well, EXP does what? Well. If EXP does well, what happens to your stock? Does Greece matter to you even if you're not in Greece? Yes. How about Dominican Republic? Yes. How about Poland? Yes. Nigeria? Yes. Are you thinking about Chile and Argentina? Because I am. I'm already excited about Costa Rica and Panama. And you're thinking, I'm just trying to deal with Fresno, California. Look, as we grow worldwide to 100 countries, you will benefit your kids. You don't even have to be there. There's only one company on the planet that happens that, and it's ours. Yeah, let's hear it for that. Okay, finally, on the home stretch, scripts, they're important, yay? Are they important? You do got to know them. But listen to me. I have people learn all the scripts and it's not working for me. Well, why isn't it working for you? Because it's not what you say. It's how you say what you say. Because here's the deal. People listen to the music. Like, hey, my name's Brent Gove. I'd love to talk to you about EXP. I'm sure you're frustrated at your current brokerage, and you could, like whatever, it's like but it's like, oh my gosh, Jeff Willems, I'm thinking about leaving Keller Williams, and I need your opinion. Well, I'm not leaving RE/MAX, exactly what he said. I go, hey, knucklehead, I'm asking as my friend for you to stop me from going to Keller Williams. Like, show me what I'm missing. And he's like, oh, then after I joined, well, I've already joined, we've already joined. Hey, I'm thinking about putting a lot of energy into EXP this year. I don't want to make a mistake. Rodney, I respect you. Barry, I respect you. Okay? Eric, I respect you. Would you show me what I'm missing? And then it's how you say, and they're like, well, I don't want to leave Sotheby's. I'll go, Eric, stay at Sotheby's for 28 more years. I know you've been there 28 years. This isn't about you, Eric. You're my friend. It's about me. It's okay to say it then, right? If it's your friend. Remember Fred with Tenali? He did the little pouty face. Now, they had a certain relationship. I'm not saying you shall do pouty faces. But they had a close enough relationship. Some of my friends, Steve Hillier, I said, shut up, sit down, we're doing this. He's my friend. You don't talk to your friends like that. Okay. Anyways, And he didn't join, but years later he did. And now he brought hundreds and hundreds of agents over. And so scripts are important, but it's how you say what you say. Finally, I need you to envision success. I want you to know what it's like to have 19 legs at Shareholders or Dallas. Shareholders is in June. June, you're a shareholder. I never went to Shareholders at RE/MAX because we weren't shareholders. I never went to Shareholders at Keller Williams because there was one, Gary Keller. Franchises had shareholders events. They're like, how do we get rid of this lemon, right? All this overhead. Don couldn't get rid of them quick enough. When he said 2006, we all went, oh. It's not always good to be a shareholder at a company like that where you're responsible for the bills, right? And so guess what? Envision yourself at Shareholders with 19 and 90. You got some work to do. In Dallas, maybe EXPCon. Imagine you had 19 frontline legs there and 90 in your group because you did what you had to do to promote that event. Can you do that? Roll the video real quick. I want you to feel it. You're there.
Emotion comes from motion. Because the way you move determines the way you feel, and most of us don't move anymore. Somebody raises their energy. They do something, and there's a spark of energy, isn't there? And the momentum changes. The best team doesn't always win. It's the team that can create and maintain momentum.
All right. So make sure that you maybe buy some tickets for people. We will sell this out. We're going to have 6,000 people there. It's going to sell out. We were under contract for 2 years in a row. We didn't think we'd sell out the first year, right? It was like during COVID, Tony's like, you guys are really going to do this? Because like no one's doing this in North America. Like nobody. And I'm like, we're willing to flip off a yacht. Yes, we're going to do this. Are you with me? And so we did it, and we blew that out, and we're going to blow this out. So get some tickets, get some rooms. Get some tickets. My group doesn't have tickets and rooms. Whose fault is that? Are you the leader? Now, don't get 60 rooms and show up with 3 people. You will pay for the 60 rooms. We know who you are. We see the room blocks. We see what you're doing, and we will not give you your money back for the room, and we're not going to give you money because we're on the hook for thousands and thousands and thousands of rooms. So be responsible with the amount of rooms you get. Is that fair? Be responsible for the ticket. You need to buy my ticket back. No, we have huge millions of dollars in expenses to put this on. So be responsible. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay, so finally, Forward Edge. I want to put the Forward Edge tab up there real quick if you got that in the back. I want to do one last thing. We have that party tomorrow night at 6. If you join Forward Edge and you're part of saving these beautiful, beautiful kids, I do a special Zoom. I'm telling you, 76,000 people. Do you think someone would give me $1,000 a month to personally coach them? Do you think I could get 100 people out of 76,000 to pay me to coach them? It's 100,000 a month, 1.2 million a year. Is that good? I don't personally coach people because it would take too much of my time, so I don't do this. I do a Zoom for hardcore crazies. I do it every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. I do 30 minutes. I go absolutely bonkers. It is nuts, and I only do it for Forward Edge supporters. And if you sign up for Forward Edge and you show me that you signed up and you're donating monthly for the kids, I want nothing from you. I'm hoping you'll do at least $100 a month to Forward Edge. It's $1,200 a year every Tuesday. At 1:30 p.m. Pacific, I do a 30-minute, rip the cover off the ball, light my hair on fire, I go absolutely insane nuts. And it is good. It is really good. So here's how you'll get into it. You show me that you were signed up on your phone. I'll be around today, tomorrow, whatever. Walk up to me, and I'll give you the special passcode, how to get into that Zoom. I personally will give it to you. Don't email me. Don't text me. Come find me. I'll be at the pool the rest of the day. I do have a short dinner. I'm at CABO21 and 22. Walk up, show me. I will give you the special code. Please do not give it to anyone else. I don't want the money for me. I want the money for them. Is that fair? Okay, enough said. Hope you do that. Finally, we have an event we are doing in Maui. Does anyone like the idea of that? I've traveled all over the world. There is no better place in the world than Kanapali and Maui, and it's right here. So if you want to come, it's open to all the EXP agents worldwide. Everyone in the entire, 20 countries now, you have to have 20 FLQA. We want you to make money. That's why I chose that number. Some of you are at 7, you're at 9, you're at 13, you're at 16. You need to be over 20. You need to unlock, that's about 4 levels of revenue sharing, and 100 in your group. Anyone can come. We're going to open up registration August 1st, so you have time to qualify, okay? Can I see some pictures? Oh, there it is. Here's the dates. Take a picture. Here's the website. You can, it says register now. You can't. We've got it locked till August 1st. It'll look like you can. You can't. MauiInvitational23.com. But those are the dates. Save them. January 29th to the 5th. We're going to do 2 3-hour meetings, 3:30 to 6:30 on a Tuesday, 3:30 to 6:30 on a Thursday. What will we do the rest of the time? Imagine. In fact, let's go to the next slide. I think we have some slides of some stuff. This is the Sheraton Black Rock, and maybe we don't have the slides, but Rob, we got those slides? More pictures of the hotel and the beach? No? Okay. All right, we had talked about that. All right, cool. So imagine some really awesome pictures that make you do this, okay? That make you get excited. It's going to be amazing. It's the Sheraton Black Rock. The guy runs out. That's Whalers Village over there. What's it called? Hula's Grill. Leilani's. That's what I was trying to say. You guys know it. You know Leilani's right there on the beach. Hula Grill right there. That's Whalers Village. This is Sheraton Black Rock. The guy comes out lighting torches along here all the way out to the end of the rocks. He gets to the end, and then he does this huge Acapulco high dive off a 40-foot boulder into the darkness because it's dark by then. They light the torches every night. It's the coolest thing. You need to be here. You'll work harder for this than you will for yourself, but this will make you probably $6,000 to $7,000 a month in rev share, which is phenomenal. It's going to pay your house payments. It's going to pay your car payments. Something you could do. Again, we're taking 400 people there. It's mainly about golf, sandcastles with your kids on the beach, enjoying each other's company. It's going to be amazing. So there you go. And finally, God bless you. Thank you for coming to Cabo, you guys. Gene, get up here. Gene, get up here. Get up here, Gene. So,
it's the last time they'll see me with pants on.
Yeah. So we're going to hit the pool and the beach all day. What a great event. Thank Gene guys. And Susan for what you did.
Thank you, Kathy.
Glenn, Michael,
Glenn, Michael, Jeff, Dave Buddy, Kristen. Thank you, guys.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Go out there and do it. We'll
Go
see
have
ya.
fun.
Travel safe.